So, very good evening, everyone, and welcome to Oliveboard. And I hope I'm audible as well as visible. You guys can see me, hear me clearly, right? Now, again, I'm back. It's a very simple, concise session. I'll take 10 to 15 minutes of your time. I know now, right now, that your time is very much valuable. So, I'll just discuss a few points on the like how to attempt the exam taking strategy, which we call it, which we call the exam taking strategy of how to attempt the quant section. Mostly I'll focus on quant section rather than the whole thing. Rahul, very good evening. Very good evening, brother. Rather than the whole part, I'll give you some kind tips and tricks, but again, mostly we'll focus on quant. So how to attempt the most important topics we all know. I have gone through those multiple times, right? Now, let me just say this. Now, please understand there are two possibilities of the paper. Now, first of all, today the whatever analysis that we have done, like first a few shifts, the exam was first shift was pretty easy, right? Now, just let me say one thing. Now, that being said, is it the upon me? Again, please understand this. We will talk about that. First set was pretty easy. But that being said, you cannot just get into that thing, or you cannot just think keep all of the shifts will be of this level. There is a strong chance that in the later stages of the exam is supposed to happen in over 15 days. There will be few shifts which will be based on the new pattern. At least that is what we are expecting as well. Now again, we might be completely wrong. The exam may stay as it is, or we might be right. But again, you cannot take a chance, right? It is your career on the line. So again, we cannot take a chance on that. Whether the paper will be easy, difficult, moderate, you need to be prepared for everything. Now, please understand, if you see your paper is a little bit on the moderate side. Now, please understand there these things, the strategy that I'll be discussing, it actually kind of plays a very vital role. Now, what is that? Please understand what you need to do. It is screening of the questions. So very important thing. Take a minute or so. One, if you need, take couple of minutes as well. Now you will say, sir, 2 minutes I'll take out. I'm saying yes, take it. It won't affect. It won't affect you. Sir, I need to skip trigonometry. Rahul, I don't think that will be a good approach. We will go there. Just give me 1 minute, brother. So 1 to 2 minutes, just take that and do what? Again, Rahul, I guess this will answer your questions as well. What you do? First, you see there will be 3 sections. If you can, your job is to categorize these 3 sections. Now again, beside the question, it won't be written. It's an easy question, it's a moderate question, it is a lengthy. Now, lengthy questions or difficult questions are what? Either it will be conceptually difficult, or most of the time it will be lengthy in nature. It is calculative, you have to do 6, 7, 8 steps, or the calculations will be very tricky to do. Like in chapters like compound interest especially, you can get 1 or 2 questions like where it can seem that the calculations are a little bit on the calculative side. Now what you need to do? Your first priority is to do this. You see, out of 25 questions, barely 3 to 4 questions will be in this category. So what I'm asking you guys, and most of the questions will be in this category. What I am asking you guys, try to your priority is to solve these as fast as possible. Let's say you have identified 5 questions out of 25 which are coming in this category. Bilkul easy questions, just 1-liners, 2-liners, 10-second, 20-seconders. So solve those. That will give you, first of all, that will give you a sense of satisfaction. Yes, I am doing it correctly. I am solving a few questions. My exam is going good. That confidence plays a vital role. And it's very important in that big stage to have a good start. You see, in cricket also we say na, it's very, very important to have a good start, especially in the beginning of innings. So that is exactly what I'm asking you guys to do. So these 2 minutes are important to kind of identify those questions, where to begin from. So for that, what I generally ask you guys, there are two options. If you want to go a little sophisticated, there is a button in everybody's screen called marked for review. Use that. Once you use that, there is a color appears on that particular tab, on that particular node, right? So it means you have identified that question. Whenever you are screening, na, so whenever you see that's an easy question, you mark it for review, meaning this is identified, you have identified that is an easy question. You will attempt that. Or if you don't want to get into that hassle, you have a rough sheet, just note down the question number. Question number you just write down. So 31. That's the question I'll do first. So first of all, 5 questions you have done. Then you play like kind of most of your time will be here. Most of your time you will give here. And these will be, I'm telling you, now again, if you are someone, there are many categories of students. Some will say, I'll do quant first, then reasoning. Some will say, no, no, sir, I'll do the quant last. Again, whichever you feel is comfortable, the most comfortable for you, please stick to that. Right? Again, Rahul, you were asking, sir, you are planning to like skip trigonometry a little bit. So couple of questions you are like fine, like you are like beforehand only saying I'll not do. Please understand, at least go through the basics, because many times you will get absolute basic questions from trigonometry. So if you get one such questions, like it does not like give like there's no excuse of you not doing it. If you see it's a very basic question, you can solve it, solve. But again, if you see the like just by looking at the question, you are not like something is not clicking, don't waste time. Go like screen through that. Like keep it for later on. If you have time, then you will come back. If you don't have time, skip it. Suggest some questions. Sangeeta, like tell me which exactly like what is your query? Questions means which type? I've done so many practice sets here. You can find so many good questions. Okay. Again, just the last minute I'll take, I told you, take just 15 minutes just to give you the attempt strategy. Now, please understand, having said this, now last, let's say 10 minutes you have of the exam, entire exam. So you have 3-4 questions from reasoning. In reasoning also you'll find something like this. So let's say from English also you are finding something like this. Say let's say from maths also you are finding something like this. I generally say don't do this same thing in GK. Why? More number of times you revisit GK, there is a strong chance you will make a mistake. Why? Because like you see, like once GK questions generally, what I felt when I was in your shoes, like either I know or I don't. There is no in between. The more time I revisit a question, what happens? It's like, lag raha hai. I'm having a feeling this might be the answer. And that is how we mark wrong or negative, like we get negative answers, right? So don't do that for like I'll suggest don't do that for GK. Don't revisit the questions, because more times you do that, the more like confused you get. Now, do that for reasoning, maths, and English. Now, whichever you feel, those are your bonus questions. Now, from those bonus questions, let's say in total you have 10 such questions. Now, if out of 10 questions, if you can do 3, if you can do 4, if you can do 2, if you can do 1, whatever the number is, understanding mathematics, 1, 2, 3, 4, all those numbers are greater than 0. So any of these numbers, whichever number you can do that. Only keep one thing in mind, you should not do something negative. You should not do something that is negative. What are the things, which type of questions? Sangeeta, the first shift of today was very, very easy. Bilkul, absolutely very easy, like TCS. No questions were asked from statistics. No questions were asked from probability. There were though couple of questions from coordinate geometry. Okay, like that is how, like what we have understood. But again, let's not get into that. I Because I don't know whether that data is like how good that data is, how secure that data is, how authentic I should say. Okay, so let's not get into that now. Acha, what will be last day? Yes, Rahul. Now the last and the final advice. What will be my final advice? Let me say one thing. You cannot do anything. You cannot do anything. Say tomorrow is your exam. Just for an example. Say someone is having their exam tomorrow, 13th of September, shift one, let's say. So the only thing that I can suggest today, just go through a little bit of GK, go through a little bit of formulas if you feel like you need to go through, and have a very good night of sleep. Very, very, very good night of sleep. Please understand, you need a proper 8 hour sleep. Proper 8 hour sleep is very much necessary. Again, it is very easy to say and very difficult to achieve. Proper 8 hour sleep is Kalyan, going there. Proper 8 hour sleep is very necessary for your mind, your brain to function properly. For 14th also, Rahul, I'll say this same thing. 13th ko have a proper good night sleep. Do whatever you have to do today. Whatever you want to do, whatever you you need to refresh, recap, whatever you need to do today and tomorrow in the morning. Don't keep anything for the evening. Evening, you relax, you chill out. If possible, watch a movie. Okay? Because please understand, these exams, you need to be as relaxed as possible. Those who are most relaxed, they will perform the best in the exam. Because you understand, our subconscious mind has everything. Whatever you have studied, whatever you have read, everything is there. Okay? Like the only thing that can hamper your preparation is your anxiety. So don't let that take over. Right? Yes. Acha. Most important questions, Kalyan, definitely you see, brother, arithmetic, good quality arithmetic questions. Okay. And sir, algebra ka basic algebra, please have a very good. So if you last minute, if you if you want, go through the algebra formulas, go through the geometry concepts, coordinate geometry, please go through that. Okay, these are the few mensuration formulas if you want. So have a very good, just go through this. Again, I'll suggest one thing. Now, if your exams, you have a week or so left, if your exams are on the like last week 20th, after 20th, I will suggest one more thing. Please go, don't go for section, you can say topic wise test. Go for topic wise test now. Go for proper mocks. If you are someone who is having a week or two left, go for proper. You can give sectional mocks, but again, I will still suggest go for mocks. Like antibiotic, take two a day. Okay, for the remaining days, at least take two mocks a day, morning and in the evening. Take a mock on the morning, in the morning, do the analysis on the afternoon. Take a mock in the evening, do the analysis in the late evening, and then again repeat the process. But again, only taking mocks is not enough. Then you will keep on repeating the mistakes. So once you are taking a mock, do the and once you have taken a mock, do the analysis. Then only you will take the next mock. Doing analysis is very, very important. Where you have come short, where you have made a mistake, which question you have not been able to attempt, which question you have done wrong, what can be a better strategy to go for the paper. So please do all those analysis. It should generally a 1 hour mock should take you at least a couple of hours to do a proper analysis. That is the ratio 1 ratio 2. Okay, perfect, sir. like a reader, just one thing, brother. I told this in my paid batches as well, because we are not really sure about the pattern. Two mocks I told you na. Take one mock of TCS based every day, another mock equity based. That is the best approach I feel for the remaining days. So you are taking two mocks, so just go with the zigzag pattern. So morning, evening, and also one more thing. Like if all of you guys have the shift, so take the mock, like prepare your biological clock as well. So let's say you are having the exam from 9 o'clock. So every day for the remaining days, give the mock from 9 o'clock itself. Try to create the exam environment like at your home, the best possible. So don't like just lie down in your like in your bed and start doing those, like, start solving the mock. Like try to be cramped in a space which like the exact situation that you will get in the exam hall. Try to prepare your biological clock. Many of you are night, like a kind of owls, but again you might get a like a kind of morning shift, so prepare your body for that. Many of you likes to study in morning, you might get an afternoon, like you have a, like say, let's say you have a tendency of sleeping an hour, like sleeping for an hour in the afternoon, but again you got the shift in that time. So again, like prepare your biological clock, the body's biological clock accordingly. These small little things will play a very, very key role. Okay. So that being said, Sangita, please understand. Don't think pessimistically. Don't think about negatives. Okay, and stay away from the people who are telling you some negative things. That's the most important thing. जो बोल रहे हैं उनको ब्लॉक कर दो, like for the time being keep away, like at least you are giving, like till your exam is done, like don't listen to them. Only listen to the people who is giving you positive news or positive advice. If you think, please understand, I always say this, if you think you are not good enough, you will never be good enough. If you think I can score, if till the time you will think in CGL, if I score 40 out of 50 in quant, that's a very good marks. You can never score 41 out of 50. This you will never achieve. That is why you see I have never given you a number. You see in the whole discussion I have never given you a number. Ki target this. This is how I personally think. This is how I have always thought. Always remember, you the only good number. How many should you attempt? This is the target, sir. Anything below that, if I tell you 40 is a good number, and you achieved 40 with 10 minutes remaining in the exam, will you stop? Tell me one thing. I say 40 is a very good marks in out of 50, and you have already achieved 40 in your quant section, and you still have 10 minutes to go in your actual CGL exam. You tell me, will you stop or will you go for 50? Then why are you asking how much is good? How much should you score? So the only good marks is this, right? So be positive and give your 100%. And whatever happens will happen, right? Not everything is in our hands. Yes, absolutely. Very reader, absolutely okay. Don't I'm telling you, don't worry about marks. It has nothing to do with that, right? Marks nahi, worry about the percentile. If you are scoring good percentile, that's enough. Try to keep your percentile as high as possible. You see, I'm again and again telling you, don't go by a certain number. You have to score this like percentile, this particular number, 130, 140, 150, 160. I'm not giving you any number, because that approach does not work. Please understand this. If I say 150 and the or say 160, and the exam, the pattern, you get a shift where the pattern is very difficult, then the number that I've given you will create unnecessary pressure on you. Ki sir ne bola hai, I have to somehow score 160, and you will like give away your marks in what, any like unnecessary negative marking, because you have the pressure in the back of your mind ki I have to score, I have to attempt more questions. Absolutely no. So please understand, give your 100%. Score the maximum marks that you can score. attempt the maximum marks that you can attempt, scoring and like keeping the accuracy as high as possible. Now, if that marks is good enough, that is okay. Please understand this. Not everything is in your hands or in my hands, right? So please understand, whatever is in your hands, keep that to give your best. That is the most that you can do. And rest that is not in your hands, don't worry about those. That will create extra unnecessary pressure, which will hamper your performance only. So don't even think about this. Okay. Now, having said that, all the very, very best to each and every one of you for your exam. And I'm wishing you, and from kind of on behalf of the entire team of Oliveboard, I am wishing all of you guys a very all the very, very best for your exams. And definitely, you guys can only see us, but there is an entire team behind us who works tirelessly to keep to keep this channel going, to bring you all the contents, all the stuff that we kind of give you, the mocks and everything, right? So I think I should mention all of them as well. So from our entire team, I would like to wish all of you guys a very, very, very you see, it's all the very best for your exams. And definitely, if we can be of any other help, please don't hesitate to ask. Do comment in the comment section of this video for if you need any more help from us. We will always be there. And once the exams are over, the classes will go on as scheduled. And definitely, once the exam is over for tier 2 and next year's preparation, we will come back again. The process will continue, right? So this is just a part of the kind of our life. So again, the process will continue. So again, give your 100%, give your best, and everything will definitely be on your team, right? So having said that, thank you so much. Take care and all the very best.